1, 2, 3. Wow.
Wow. All right, for those of you that are out there crying about us cutting this thing up, let me show you what's going on in here. So, as you can see, we have some pretty significant rot and damage inside. I mean, the floors are pretty much gone. I'm really curious to see what the rocker panels and stuff look like underneath. You know, the whole car is pretty much coated in a layer of Bondo. We've already been able to pull a whole lot of it out just by screwing around and checking the car over. I mean, both of these, like, the car's been hit in the rear, obviously. This was all filled in with Bondo, guys. Our spare tire cubby, it's rotten all the way under there.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the whole trunk pan back here, like, it's gone.
I'm trying to find the body now. Here's one. Look at it. Look at this.
Oh, so that's nice.
It's totally gone, just like a horseshoe. And then there's supposed to be another one back here.
Oh boy.
Maybe it's already gone.
Yeah.
Not good.
So, you know, this would cost thousands and thousands of dollars to restore and get back to
you've done
factory.
Rust repair or in fabrication.
I have done rust repair.
This would be an ungodly amount of money.
It is definitely, it would be an insane amount. Like, I would say probably around $20,000 to just do the sheet metal work on this. Then it's got to go to paint, and you got to pay somebody to do all the fitting and do the paint. Oh, so you're in like 30 grand on just getting the body right. Then you got to worry about the motor and the drivetrain, which our transmission was locked up and it's a manual, so we got lucky it was locked up in neutral. I mean, yeah, we got the original motor here, but she ain't going nowhere. So wouldn't have numbers matching anything. We've already got, you know, several modifications that have been done to it that we weren't a part of. But, you know, we got somewhat of a front bonnet to work with. What seats we have are just roasted. Yeah, we do have a couple of good hoods here to work with, so realistically today we really just want to get this thing off of the frame and get it next to the AMG and really see what we're going to have to do, because there's a couple different ways that we can make this fit on to the SLK. I keep saying AMG. I'm not a Mercedes guy. I don't care about Mercedes at all, and I'm probably just going to continue saying that just because why not?
Okay, I found the body mount.
Oh, we found a body mount. All right.
Here they are. Here they are. There's still bolt heads.
There's still bolt heads?
There's one, and then there's another.
Oh, it's mounted from this way?
Yeah, there's two there, and then there's two in the front, and then there's two in the back. So there's 8 in total.
Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna get into cleaning this thing up and see what we can do with it.
This is it right here. Hey, there we go. It's like the world wanted us to build it.
I mean, that looks good, but
I know, don't do that. That is just there for show. Do not touch that.
okay. man, oh man.
All right, well, we know where the body mounts are, so let's just take the body off. That the next step?
Just about. We still need to pressure wash it.
Okay.
Get off most of this grime. Maybe get in the trunk pan here a little bit. We still got some shits clean out of back here.
Yeah, this is a joke of a trunk. One, because there's no space. Two, whatever's left of the space is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, we need to get the tank out. The tank's got to come out.
Do it?
Yeah. Well, that's going to be getting cut up anyway.
Let's just cut the strap, unless you want to take that out right there.
I want to try to get that right now. I'm totally down to just cut the strap. All right, who's gonna cry? Who's gonna cry about me cutting this gas tank strap? Which one of you is it gonna be?
Wow. It's so far gone, it's just holes.
Really, we should have just put the pan underneath and the spare tire holder and swept everything through these holes.
Yeah.
Or knocked a big hole here and swept it all down there. All this is gonna end up getting cut out anyway.
Yeah. Because this has to be the Mercedes trunk.
Yeah.
Because there's suspension.
Ah, yes, the proper socket extraction techniques. Oh, now that you guys have kind of seen a little bit of the condition this thing was in, I'll show you again real quick now that things are a little more cleaned up and you can kind of see the damage that the vehicle has. You know, all that's just trash. Look, weight reduction. More weight reduction.
They were right about one thing though.
What's that?
The frame's really not that bad.
No, the frame is in.
The frame really needs this
pretty
right
good
here.
shape.
And then of course we cut off this in the front.
Well,
the body mount in the front.
Yeah, you'll need a new body mount. But this entire assembly will be for sale.
For sale.
If you were
some straightening required.
Upset about it.
Because you got really heavy with the hammer, bro. Look at that body mount on the side.
Oh yeah. It's not perfect
Who
anymore.
the fuck do you know that can bend 1-inch tube steel?
Me, I guess.
That's pretty strong, bro.
We were getting it. But otherwise, you know, you'd have work to do to this anyway, so. Okay. So, we're finally getting to a point where Colin is going to be happy.
Gee!
He's been begging me to cut something forever. And
here's my plan right now. You ready for it?
No, we're not ready for it. I'm talking.
Here's the plan. I'm gonna cut this thing right here, and I'm gonna pull, and I'm gonna cut this right here, and I'm gonna cut this right here, and I'm gonna try and avoid that. And then I'm gonna cut this back to that.
Oh, what's in there, Colin?
This is a gas tank.
What is that? That's a gas tank?
Gas tank.
Oh boy. So, we're gonna do our
This
best
goes
to
through
hit
aluminum?
that. Should, yeah.
Oh,
Aluminum.
there's no saving here.
Steel.
If I burn this bitch down, I put it in neutral so we can roll it out.
Oh boy.
All right, well, here we go, boy. Just pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom! What the F? Oh, I gotta lift this up.
Yeah.
Lift that up, and then put my finger. Okay. Boom! Oh my god! shit! What's up, guys? It's a nice Saturday here in Georgia. This is how far we have the SLK apart. So we've cut off the windshield and we just finally got all the interior out, so we're able to measure everything exactly, and we've got a really good plan. Corey is finishing up some other fabrication projects for some clients. I think that he's working on a Jeep tub and building a grill. So he is obligated to do that. But that doesn't mean that I can't. So I'm gonna start cutting. Basically my plan right now is there's this structure right here, which is a raised pressed structure, but it's actually just spot welded into these positions. Still, it's pretty structural. You can kind of see right here like where it's curved and not straight, but it should be straight. So there are some kinks still in the back here like this. And you can kind of see a little bit of curve in this. So my plan is to cut this, and if I cut that, then maybe we can get some spreadage back in this. Not that it really matters, because we're eventually going to be cutting the car in half. You can also see a wrinkle right here, but the plan is to cut this car back here, and then scoot it forward, and that's that. And then use 2-inch box channel, either parallel or up in this section right here, even though there's fuel line inside of that. We'll get to that. But and make it stronger, because after I cut out the door sills, this is really going to be the only structure that's super rigid in the car besides these press channels right here. So let's get to it. God dang. Georgia humidity, I'm out of shape, and it's really hot. Wow, okay. So, this side I haven't touched, as you can see. This side, I cut right an inch outboard of where I will probably need it in the end. Cut all this out. This is the main structure right there. I'm going to continue to cut this out. Wow. So right now I'm cutting this half of the dash out. So I'm going to be really careful not to get any wires. So this, we're just going to push down in the end. We're going to cut some of this out, push it down, and it'll be out of the way. Pretty cool. Seeing all the suspension right there. Probably very, very light right now. Get back to it. So that is a lot of manual labor, way more than I was expected. We're pooped out. Corey and his girl are chilling. But just to give you an idea, we've got the whole outside of this car we want gone off. Of course, we're gonna have to do some trimming up there once we actually start setting the body on, move the steering wheel in, move the gauge cluster in, maybe even the pedals, but maybe not. As you can see here, it's starting to make a lot more sense how much of the tire is outside of the car, and it's not going to affect the width of the TR3. With that in mind, it is a little perturbing that this car is like pretty structural. We've jumped up in it a lot. So you don't need much of your car. Pro tip. Anyways, we're gonna have to move the battery, take out some of this air conditioning, whatnot, move this, and then as we were looking at it in profile, you can see that the back of the car is perfectly low, just like the TR3 is, but the dash sits up much higher. Once we cut out the rollover protection bar area, the dash sits up a lot higher, so we might have to cut that down eventually and move almost all of this down and kind of tilt it up or something like that. We don't really know until we start mounting the body.
Well, realistically, most of, if not all, the AC components have to come out, because we are talking about the height of that dash. I mean, all the cowl needs to come out. We're gonna have to move everything over more than likely. So we get rid of that, we'll have plenty of space. The steering linkage is actually set up to move around quite a bit, so I think we're gonna be pretty good on that point. But yeah, you know, it's gonna be a roadster, so you don't need heat or air, you know. It'll be fine.
I think it's gonna be very, very fast.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be quick.
I mean,
stupid quick.
We've taken out a considerable amount of weight out of this car. Like just a lot. I don't think that there was one guy actually on YouTube, Corey, that had a C-Class. He took all the doors out and stuff like that. This is way past that, and this car is lighter to begin with. So I don't know, we'll see what 200 horsepower feels like. But yeah, so that's all we got. Smoking, man. There you go. Thanks for watching. So what's it like to drive? Well, it's not wow, that is interesting. That's pretty wild. So yeah, so in the other car it'll be that close together, or I mean the other body. I've got one bolt in the seat. There's good?
Yeah.
Kill it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Come see if you can even fit in this, bro. I mean, I know we're going to have to move the seats on board, but look at where your feet are much bigger than mine. Still there?
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Pretty cool.